be beaming, I be booming down that block. Everywhere you go, you know they know I'm hot.
What's up? What's going on, my good people? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are doing well. If this is your first time here, I want to welcome you. Pull up a seat. Hope you enjoyed the content. And before we get into this video, I want to ask that you like, comment, share, subscribe. Go ahead and tap that bell while you're at it so you're notified anytime I drop a brand new video, go live, or schedule a premiere. All right, y'all. So I'm back with another mukbang, and today I am eating a ribeye steak. I got some eggs to the side and a little bit of broccoli as well. Y'all, I've been craving the steak for like, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks. And my birthday, so I'm filming this on Thursday. My birthday is tomorrow. But I don't think this video is coming out till Saturday. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to have me a steak. So I got me a steak. Let's see how it's looking. I haven't even cut it. I let it rest. All right, y'all. So I like my steak medium rare, medium. This is looking pretty good to me. That's perfect to me. That's how I like mine. I love mine like that. Who else like they steak like this? It's nice and juicy. Lots of flavor. I kept it very simple. Salt and pepper. This is a pretty thick steak. I cooked it about 4 to 5 minutes on each side. I made honey and steak as well. Hers isn't as pink. I made hers, I cooked hers for about 6 minutes each side. 6.5 minutes. Eggs are perfect, just salt and pepper. This broccoli is good. I wish I had more of it. This broccoli has all 3 of my seasonings on it. So all-purpose, Cajun lemon pepper, jalapeno garlic pepper. I added in some minced garlic, a little butter. Delicious. So at one point, y'all, I was thinking about getting into sauces, right? This company had reached out to me to work with me. They sent me over some stuff. We collabed on some stuff, you know, trying to go through the tasting process. And I ended up just kind of stepping away from it because it didn't feel right at the time, you know, and it may be something I explore in the future. But anyway, I said that to say one of the sauces I was considering was a steak sauce. It's a tangy steak sauce. So I still have the sample that they sent me, and I'm gonna use it on here. It was good. The sauce was really good. So let me give y'all a bite with some sauce. So all my saucy folks out there. Oh, look at that. I knew I was gonna drip. I knew something was gonna drip, but that's all right. It has a hint of sweetness to it. Definitely tangy. My sauce is good. So like I said, I walked away from the project. We'll see what happens in the future. Maybe I will get back to sauce. People always ask me for sauce or think I have sauce because my channel name used to be Rhonda's Red Sauce. So let me know, like, do you like steak sauce? And what are some other like staple sauces that you have to have at all times at your house? For me, I love to have Cholula on hand. It's probably one of my favorite sauces. Sriracha, barbecue sauce, ketchup. I'm not a huge, because I don't eat a lot of steak, but I do like steak sauce. Even thinking about making a steak sauce was something kind of different for me. And I don't mind, stepping out of my comfort zone a little bit. The broccoli is good. Everything is good. I feel like I haven't sat down and ate with y'all in a long time. It's like I've been working on so much stuff. I hadn't had time to record. Didn't have time to edit. So I'm glad I was finally able to cook and carve out some time to do a mukbang. I got a viewer topic too, y'all, and it's a really good viewer topic. It has to do with dating people who come from a single, come from a single parent household versus dating somebody that comes from a 2-parent household. So stick around for that. I want to read this out loud and y'all really give me your perspective. Cause all of our backgrounds and how we were raised is so different. So maybe you can relate to this particular topic. So my trip to Ohio, it was coming to an end. Like I said, I'm filming on a Thursday. I leave on Super Bowl Sunday. My flight is late though. My flight leaves at like 9:57 p.m. So I'm glad I don't have to leave first thing in the morning. I get to spend most of the day with my honey. We can even actually do something. I don't even know if we are. We talked about a couple things that we might do, but we didn't finalize our plans. And then, so I'm flying home on February 12th. And she'll be in LA on February 16th. So, and she's coming because I'm going to be celebrating my birthday with my friends, some of my family on the 18th. So she'll be in town for that. So at this point, I've talked about me moving to Ohio, that I'm relocating. And I talk about that in the hot seat video. So if you're hearing this and you're surprised, you should definitely check out the hot seat video. Y'all had some really good questions. And, I'm really excited. I'm excited about my move. I'll be back in Ohio on March 25th. So, got my spot ready to go. And as soon as I get in town, I think I'm going to try to squeeze in a little bit of furniture shopping before I leave. I think we're going to actually look at some furniture. Well, I'm going to go looking at furniture she's going to take me to some places. I think I'm going to go on my birthday and on Saturday to look at some stuff. Because the main thing I really want to get is to have my bed delivered the day that I get here. I don't know. My mama's going to be with me too, so she's coming to spend a little time in Ohio with me. you know, to get a feel for Ohio, take her with me to go shopping and picking out things for my apartment. So I want us to have a bed to sleep in, you know, once we get to town. So I do want to go look at some stuff before I leave. And I should have did this a long time ago, but I didn't even think about it. I was not even thinking like, Rhonda, you should look at beds. Like at least take care of that. You know what I'm saying? And I got to get a bunch of stuff in my apartment. I need a couch. I need, you know, washer and dryer. I got to get a bunch of stuff. So, but the bed is the main thing so that I'm comfortable. My mom is comfortable as well. So yeah, I'm excited. This is a huge change for me. I'm glad that I really got a chance to experience summer, fall, and winter. So I can really see, you know, what the seasons are like. You know, can I really live in this type of weather? And the answer is yeah. Like I really can. You know, I know that I can manage it. Still takes some getting used to, of course, but anything that you change when you change your environment takes getting used to, you know. I've never lived anywhere. And to be honest, I feel like that was becoming like my biggest regret in my life. Initially, it was like I felt like I regretted like not going to a HBCU when I was in college. But really, it was rooted in the fact that I didn't live anywhere else outside of California. Like I really wanted to experience something different. And I feel like that going to college, you know, doing something at a young age, you know, getting used to adulthood and all that kind of stuff. It would have been great to live somewhere else, but it's never too late. And I'm glad that, you know, that I have a chance to try something different. So, you know, overall, I've been in Ohio for 5 months. So the first time I came out here was in July. And since then, I've been here back and forth between California and Ohio. I've been here for 5 months. And, you know, I've just been here long enough to really say, okay, I like it. I like it for this reason, that reason, you know. So I'm excited. I'm excited about something different. Excited about having my own space. Excited about exploring a whole new city, you know, and going to different areas as well throughout Ohio. So I can't wait. And I'm gonna bring y'all along with me. I'm gonna do a lot of vlogging, you know, because once I get home, I got to hit the ground running in terms of like purging and getting my stuff together. I've already made the arrangements for my car to be shipped. So it's just a bunch of small stuff I got to do, you know, even getting everything that I need, you know, turning on my electricity, getting my Wi-Fi, getting all that stuff set up. So I have a lot of things and phone calls I have to make. But overall, I'm excited. I am. I'm like very, very excited. And I've met some incredible people out here, especially during like the screening. I met a lot of dope people. Like I've, you know, got their information, you know, we've exchanged numbers, follow each other on social media. And I'm really like glad, like happy to know that I'll get a chance to really build those relationships and, you know, go to lunch or support their projects or events because I'll be in town. So I can't wait. I'm hyped. I'm hyped about something different, you know. Yeah, so like I said, y'all gonna see a lot of content around my move and getting things together, you know, because time is flying. Like I can't even believe it's already, you know, it's already about through the middle of February. February is a short month. So like I said, you know, March 25th is going to be here soon. So I already got me and my mom's plane tickets. We got our tickets to come out here. And my dad said he's going to come when it's a little warmer. He wants to come during summer. So my dad will probably be out here or come to Ohio like summer. So I'm glad that my mom is, you know, going to get a chance to check it out. I'm going to take her around and see some things and meet people and stuff like that too. So she's hyped. She's really excited to like, you know, get a change of pace, and just see, you know, where I'm gonna call home for a little while. Cause we'll see, cause right now the plan is for me to be here for at least 15 months. And, you know, I'm just gonna see what happens during that time period. You know, am I gonna renew my lease? Am I gonna move back to California? I have no idea, but I'm really happy about the present in terms of me moving and, you know, experiencing such a significant change at this stage in life, you know. So I encourage anybody out there, if it's something that you really want to go for, and something that's like been tugging at you, and if it feels like you know, you just can't keep it off your mind and it feels like the right move, I say go for it. You know, the thing about it is I can always go back home. You know what I'm saying? If for any reason this doesn't work out, I can always go back home. I feel very good and confident about this move. I prayed a lot. I talked to God a lot as I was trying to make this decision. And everything about it just felt right in terms of my needs, in terms of my creativity, in terms of collaborations, in terms of travel, just everything. It just checked off a lot of boxes for me, you know. healthcare, like a lot of stuff. Just like, damn, like, you know, this feels like the move. So yeah, y'all, I'm excited. I am very, very excited, and I'm full. I'm excited and full. So that's why I stopped eating, because I'm done. I don't want to do too much. So let me get into the viewer topic. This viewer topic, the person wanted to remain anonymous. So here it goes. It's pretty short, like it's short and sweet. So it says, I am at a dead end when it comes to dating. I'm a 35-year-old heterosexual woman who can't seem to find a good man to save my life. I've tried dating apps, meeting men in church, clubs, and even through other friends. The last guy I dated felt like the one until I found out he was living with his child's mother. I sat down and assessed things to make sure I wasn't doing anything wrong. As I thought about it, I noticed a pattern. Everyone I've dated came from single parent households. Perhaps that's why I've had so many issues. Does this make sense? Do you think men will be offended if I ask them immediately how they were raised? I'll be honest with you. I think that reflection is good. Like sitting and assessing your dating life and how things have been is always good. Reflection is a great thing, I think, in every part of our life, to sit down and really, you know, break down the things that we're experiencing and stuff like that, right? But I really think that coming to the conclusion and picking out a pattern, true enough, everybody you've dated may come from a single parent household, but I don't think that that's the reason things aren't working out. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if you coming to that conclusion and picking out that pattern kind of makes you feel better about why things haven't worked out. But I'll be very honest with you. People have problems in single parent households, or, you know, when you have two parents in a household, it doesn't matter. Like, people just have problems across the board. I think the thing that we have to focus on is that, you know, clearly our childhood is not our problem, but our adulthood and taking responsibility for working through those problems is what matters most. So, yeah, I don't think that it makes a difference, to be completely honest with you. You know, I think many of us have heard people talk about how you have to heal from your childhood, heal from your parent. So when somebody is in a two-parent household, you might be experiencing somebody having to heal times two through what their parents have put them through. You know, I don't think that a two-parent household necessarily means that it's a healthier environment. It can be just as dysfunctional as it is by being raised by one parent. But again, it's about what that person has, what kind of work they've put in, you know, how they've dealt with the things they experienced in their childhood. Some of us are doing the work and some of us are afraid to do the work. Some of us are kind of like in the middle of the process or have started and stopped. So I think a lot of it really just boils down to, I think one of the key things in dating, it's extremely important to see people in different settings. It's important to ask the right questions. I think a lot of questions and conversations are very surface. But you really got to dig. You got to dig, and also just pay attention to somebody's behavior. Behavior is very telling, you know, and that's why I said it's important to see people in different settings to see how people respond, how they behave, how are they going to blow up, you know, how are they around their friends, around their siblings, how are they in work environments potentially, you know, how are they under pressure, how are they, you know, when things are unpredictable, when things are uncomfortable. You really got to pay attention to behavior. And again, the behavior could be based on how they were raised, but still, it still becomes their responsibility as an adult to work on those things that are problems, that are issues, that are red flags. And also too, it really boils down to make sure that you're paying attention to the red flags. But I've seen red flags and toxicity in people who have been raised, you know, by their mom or by their dad. And I've seen those same red flags in people who are raised by both their mom and their dad. So, raised by two parents. So I don't think that it boils down to that. I think that, again, that maybe you're finding comfort in trying to figure out, you know, why things have happened the way that they have happened for you. But I think it goes either way. I think that you're going to run into somebody that's a good fit raised by one parent. You can run into somebody that's a good fit raised by two parents. So it really just completely depends. And also too, I think if you get yourself in that frame of mind of being like, I'm only going to date people that were raised in a two-parent household, you really are not doing yourself any favor by doing it. Like, you could really be overlooking a really, really good people, that might be a great fit for you. So I say continue to be open-minded as you date. But I say take your time in terms of, and time, it depends. It's different for every situation. I say take your time in terms of like, asking what you need to ask, seeing people in different environments. Do you like their dating style? Are your dating styles compatible? Are you multi-dating? Are you dating one person only? What kind of conversation they have? Are they thoughtful? Are they considerate? Like, it's so much that really goes into dating. I think it's totally okay to ask somebody about, how they were raised, but it definitely goes deeper than, was it just by one parent or by two parents? I think when you're asking about somebody and how they were raised, like what was their foundation in terms of, were they religious? Did they grow up in the church? Did their family travel? What were their values that were instilled in them? Do they still have those same values? How much of their values changed as they've gotten older in adulthood? So I think that's what it's more so based on when you're asking somebody about how they were raised, where they were raised and things like that. It's important to know that stuff for sure. But again, somebody even telling you they had dysfunction in their childhood, I don't think it's necessarily a deal breaker, because it depends on their behavior and how they are present day. Because again, many people have spent time and resources and energy recovering and overcoming the things they experienced in their childhood. I don't think that it makes you somebody who, can't be loved or anything like that. All of us have had our different challenges, whether you had money, didn't have money, grew up in the suburbs, grew up in the hood, whatever. Everybody has had their challenges. Everybody has, whether we've said it out loud and acknowledged it and have worked through it. All of us have had problems. Everybody has had some problems. So, and I guess another thing to ask yourself too is, are these situations not working out? Are you in a place where you're ready to date? I think that that's an important question to ask. Sometimes many of us just kind of get wrapped up in dating because everybody else is doing it, or we just don't want to be alone. So I think that you have to maybe even ask yourself that question, like maybe God and the universe are looking out for the fact that maybe you're not ready to date, so that's why you haven't aligned with someone that can be a partner. You know what I'm saying? So really ask yourself, are you ready to date? That is a very important question. Like even myself, when I got back to dating, I had to ask myself that question. Am I ready? And I journaled about it, and I really just asked myself a bunch of questions, a series of questions to answer and be honest with myself to see if I was ready. Because at the end of the day, I'm not trying to ruin anybody else's life. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm not ready, I don't want to put anybody in a position where, they get their hopes up that they have found someone they can, build a life with, and I end up pulling the plug on it because I'm not ready. So it's very important to realize and be honest with yourself if you are ready to date. Because again, that could be the reason why, your dating life is going the way that it's going. So, I say sit and assess the situation a little more, reflect and ask yourself those questions. And I would say continue to be open-minded to people's backgrounds and how they were raised, in a single parent household or with two parents. Because again, problems, dysfunction, toxicity can exist in both environments. And it's really about the person and what they're doing present day in their life. That's what I think. So that's my opinion on everything. To the GP fam, what do y'all think about that? Have you experienced the difference, like a significant difference in people and how they were raised? Because maybe you have, and I'm really just I'm giving advice based on my own personal experience, but also what I've seen people around me experience. I've seen people, I've seen people be night and day, like people that I've known, like most of my friends, for example, were raised in two-parent households. Most, like 90% of my friends. And I've seen the highs and lows of both sides of it, where I've seen people be completely like destroyed and really used to dysfunction because of, what that looked like, the things their parents put them through. And then I've also seen people like be raised in chaos and dysfunction. Their parents were just together, you know what I mean? But it wasn't a healthy environment. And I've seen them come out of that. I've seen the other side of it, that somebody really deeply put in the work. They've like relocated, like did all these different things, became a new person, and they are so happy, happy, healthy, understand boundaries, and they've had a lot of success in their dating life because of the work they did on themselves. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen people, you know, have to recover from being in a 2-parent household, just like I've seen the same in a single parent household. So to me, it kind of goes both ways. It just really depends on the person, what they're doing with themselves, in terms of, you know, overcoming what they've experienced. So yeah, y'all jump in the comments. Let me know what have been some of your experiences. Cause you might, you know, you might say like, hey, I prefer people that are from a 2-parent household, or I prefer people from a single parent household. Yeah, what's your perspective, you know, and if you got any dating tips or anything else that you want to kind of chime in related to this topic, please go ahead and leave it in the comments. I appreciate y'all watching. Thank you so much. Make the best of the day, y'all. Be good to yourself. Peace.
I be beaming, I be booming down that block. Everywhere you go, you know they know I'm hot.